Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing on the gold standard, that is for the international finance topic. So the gold standard is a monetary system in which the representative country is based on a fixed amount of gold held by the central government. Here we are going to see how the gold is exchanged for the currency or notes, paper notes. Earlier we have seen the monetary systems, international monetary systems. In that we have seen the Bretton Woods conference, what all is included into that. Now we are going to see the gold standard. So it is also a monetary system. So the gold standard is a monetary system where a country's currency or paper money has a value directly linked to gold. That is, gold is replaced or exchanged for the paper money or the currency of a country. With the gold standard, countries agreed to convert paper money into a fixed amount of gold. A country that uses the gold standard sets a fixed price for gold and buys and sells gold at that price. So here we will take, for example, here we will see the US currency, that is $1 is equal to 2 grams of gold. $1 for $1, 2 gram of gold is given. Okay. So 1 pound is equal to $2. We are converting it here. 1 pound is equal to $2. That means 1 pound is equal to 4 gram of gold. Why? Because $1 is 2 gram gold. 1 pound is $2. So for $2, how many gram gold will come? Obviously for $2, 4 gram gold will come. Okay. So 1 pound is equal to 4 gram of gold. Here we will convert in Indian rupees, that 1 rupees is equal to $1/2. $1/2. So 1 rupees is equal to obviously 1 gram dollar. So $1/2 is equal to 1 gram gold. This is what a gold standard, we can say, how the exchange rates and the currency is exchanged. So the gold standard was first put into operation in Great Britain in 1821. Prior to this time, silver had been the principal world monetary metal. Gold, we as seen as it is a metal. So gold had long been used intermediately for coinage in one or another country, but never as the single reference metal or standard to which all other forms of money were coordinated or adjusted, we can say. For the next 50 years, a bimetallic regime of gold and silver was used outside Great Britain, but in the 1870s, a monometallic gold standard was adopted by Germany, France, and the United States, with many other countries following the suits. This shift occurred because recent gold discoveries in western North America had made gold more plentiful. In the full gold standard that thus prevailed until 1914, gold could be bought or sold in unlimited quantities at a fixed price in convertible paper money per unit weight of the metal. So gold standard is a monetary system in which the standard unit of currency is fixed quantity of gold or is kept at the value of a fixed quantity of gold. The currency is freely convertible at home or abroad into fixed amount of gold per unit of currency. In an international gold standard system, gold or a currency that is convertible into gold at a fixed price is used as a medium of international payments. We can say earlier the barter system used to be there. There the goods were converted for the goods only. Okay, the coinage and the paper notes and currency was not there. So under such a system, exchange rates between current countries are fixed. If exchange rates rise above or fall below the fixed mint rate by more than the cost of shipping gold from one country to another. Here we can say how the international trade is being done. So large gold inflows or outflows occur until the rates return to the official levels. So here one example I would like to give: when the gold standard was in place, an individual could present a $10 bill, we can say note, to a federal bank and receive $10 worth of a gold in return. Here, as I told you, that exchange has been done for the 10 bills notes for the uh, $10 worth of gold in return. Gold is exchange here, we can say. So gold was used as a base because it was durable, rare and almost universally valued. So gold standard is a monetary system, as I told you earlier, in which the standard unit of currency is a fixed quantity of gold or is kept at the value of a fixed quantity of gold. The currency is freely convertible at home, abroad into fixed amount of gold per unit. So currency rates between countries are fixed. If exchange rate rise above or fall below the fixed mint rate by more than the cost of shipping gold from one country to another, large gold inflows or outflows occur until the rates return of the official level. So the principle for this gold standard is there should be free movement of gold between countries. There should be automatic expansion or contraction of currency and credit with the inflows and outflow of gold. The governments in different countries should help facilitate the gold movements by keeping their internal price system flexible in their respective economies. So, summary, we can say the gold system, the region of the full gold standard was short, lasting only from the 1870s to the outbreak of World War I. That war saw resources to inconvertible paper money or to restrictions on gold export in nearly every country. By 1920, however, the gold standard had been virtually re-established, although because of the relative scarcity of gold, most nations adopted a gold exchange standard in which they supplemented their central bank gold reserves with currencies that were convertible into gold at a stable rate of exchange. So the gold exchange standard collapsed again during the Great Depression of the 1930s. However, and by 1937, not a single country remained on the full gold standard. So here gold standard evaluation was there. It was ended while the Great Depression was there on the in the 1930s because of the Second World War, the economic crisis were there, financial crisis were there, and the international monetary system was collapsed for these things. The Bretton Woods system where the conference, whatever agreements were there, but because of this gold standard, we can say the entire system has collapsed. So this is